Hydro GeoAnalyst is our complete environmental, groundwater, and borehole data management solution for environmental professionals. Users will log in with their LDAP credentials and have access to only approved portions of the system as defined by their system administrators. Within the program, you will find large buttons across the top to launch each of the main Hydro GeoAnalyst modules. The data tree lists the content for each module, and the main window displays selected database tables and query results. The structure of the Hydro GeoAnalyst database is customizable for the end user. This provides the ability to store any data or metadata that is relevant for your specific project. There are two types of control lists within the program. The material specification list is specific to the soil type field in the database. Each soil type is linked to an image. The images used in the material specifications are the images used in borehole logs and in cross-sections. Users can assign their own soils and use their own images. The list editor is the second type of control list. It allows users to create a list for any field in the database. These appear as pick lists when entering data manually. This ensures that data entered manually is chosen from a set list and removes the possibility of typos or incorrect information. Here are some examples of drop-down lists that can be created with the list editor. Hydro GeoAnalyst contains a data transfer system to quickly and easily get data into the program. You can import your data from numerous file formats such as Excel, Access, DBF, text, or even another Microsoft SQL Server database. Map the source data to the destination within the system. Ensure that the units are selected for the source data, as a DTS will do on-the-fly unit conversion, storing the data in a unified unit in the database. It can also reconcile parameter alias names. The last step provides a preview and indicates if any errors or warnings were detected. Hydro GeoAnalyst also has a built-in query builder. Users do not need to know SQL language to use the query builder. It will create SQL statements for the user. It provides options for controlling the source of the query, as well as an option to make the query ready for use on maps, in borehole logs, and in plots. Users simply drag and drop fields they wish to have displayed and set filter conditions. Drop-down lists also appear in the condition fields for easy selection. Once a query has been designed, the user selects the Generate button to create the SQL statement, and then the Execute button to run the query and see the results. For more advanced users, there is the option to write and execute your own SQL statements. Hydro GeoAnalyst also provides for data quality and validation. The quality code in the sample table indicates if a sample is original or duplicate, a spike, or a blank. And the qualifier field in the result table can indicate whether the result is below the method detection limit or if it is an estimated value. Additionally, a lab quality assessment module is included within HGA. You perform the lab quality validation by creating a query to select the data you wish to validate. Then right-click on the saved query to find the Lab QC assessment option. You create a template for the validation with your settings, and when run, this provides the results, indicating which records have passed and which records have failed. Hydro GeoAnalyst also has a borehole log plotter. It displays borehole logs showing details of the well, including construction, lithology, concentrations, and other data. Everything displayed in the plot is linked back to the data in the database, so any changes made in the database are automatically updated in the borehole log plot. Here's an example of a complex borehole log created to analyze 7 columns of information. Often a single column is used to display several series of data. For instance, the first column is in fact displaying 15 series of data. Hydro GeoAnalyst includes a map manager, where users can contour data using contour lines, color shading, or zebra. Many different file types can be imported, including shapefiles, gridded surfaces, raster, and AutoCAD images. Additionally, data can be displayed in tables or plots. This could be a typical workflow within the map manager. First, users would load data, including such images as satellite images or air photo images. as well as GIS shapefiles. Then load the results from a query. In this example, the data is the average water level elevations for the month of October. Next, the data can be contoured and color shaded. Then some additional data points may be added that contain every individual water level record. And plots can be generated to show the water levels over time at those points. Or tables can be generated of data, for instance, of chemical concentrations recorded at the points. And finally, this can be exported as a bitmap, JPEG, or an EMF file format. Hydro GeoAnalyst also comes with a cross-section editor. Cross-sections are a tool used to interpret the site's subsurface. The interpretations of the Hydro GeoAnalyst cross-sections are done by the user and not the software. The cross-section editor is linked to the map project. To create cross-sections, the lines must first be drawn in the map project. Here you can see many cross-section lines have been digitized on the map. During this process, the user also indicates the buffer range around the line to include wells from. When you select a cross-section line, you can see which wells will be included as they are highlighted red. When you create cross-sections from the lines on the map, you will see the intervals of soil types represented by the images within the material specification. Then the user is able to create interpretations by drawing polygons on 3 layers. Here you can see a geological layer interpretation, while this is a hydrogeological layer interpretation, and finally a model layer interpretation. Model layers can be exported out in text format to be used in groundwater modeling software such as Visual ModFlow. Hydro GeoAnalyst also allows you to quickly create time series plots. Here's an example from a pump and treat operation showing target versus actual volumes, and another showing concentration results for 3 wells. And also be aware the plot component allows you to create multiple plots on a single page. All these plots were generated from a template. Therefore, when new information is added to the system, the user can very quickly regenerate the plots to show the additional information. Hydro GeoAnalyst also allows you to create customized reports using report templates, which can be shared between projects. Reports can be printed or exported to HTML, RTF, and PDF. Hydro GeoAnalyst also has a 3D Explorer so that you can visualize your site in all 3 dimensions. Here you can see the site map, the soil types from your boreholes, and a surface created within the map manager of your water levels. Another powerful feature of the 3D Explorer is to watch animated plume concentrations over time. As with all SWS software, you can find online help within the program.